So in the wake of former NBA player Joe Smith and the confrontation that he had with his wife over her having an OnlyFans account, I want to have a conversation. And that conversation is why modern dating, modern relationships, and even getting married are just, it's really scary for men out here. It's really scary for men out here. Look, I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. Every day you see another reason why men are completely justified in the hesitancy that they have towards the institution of marriage and legal commitments with another person, particularly women who in this modern Western society. Okay? That's just what we're dealing with. Okay? We're in an age now where you're dealing with no fault divorce. Women can leave, take everything you got. You can get a prenup, and depending on how things work out, that might, you still gonna be coming out of pocket. You know what I mean? Not just that. You constantly have to kill yourself to slave and provide for these women. You constantly have to go above and beyond. Being good enough just isn't good enough anymore. You have to be exceptional. You have to be the cream of the crop. You have to be the top tier alpha male in order to really benefit from modern dating, modern marriage, or anything like that. That is the reality that men are facing in 2023. The reality is, no matter how much a lot of us like to sit up here and criticize women for doing wrong, or how many of us like to sit up and praise women for doing right, the honest truth is that for most guys in the West, 7 times out of 10, you're likely gonna run into a modern woman. Now, of those 3, it's very likely that 2 of those modern women are probably spoken for. 1. 1%. That's just the nature of what we're dealing with. I'm not up here to sit up here and cry about it. It's not important. The fact of the matter is, you know what it is, so you have to learn and adapt. All I'm saying is that you need to be aware. It is spooky out here. It's spooky out here. You need to keep it together, because I'm telling you, what happened to this man, it wasn't right. I'm going to just be real with you. It's wrong. It's not right. But to a certain extent, he kind of brought it on himself. I know some people are going to be mad about that. Now, what actually happened? What actually happened? Okay. Joe Smith. I never heard of this guy. This is just me. I'm not into sports like that. Never heard of this guy. This guy lost $60 million. $60 million. First thing I see when I look him up, some white dude trying to help him get his life back together. Okay, I asked, we all got friends that like sports, so I ask about the nigga. And guess what? When I explained who it was, they said, oh yeah, well, he broke. But let's just be real. Dude probably got enough to keep the bills paid. Just no extra stuff. That's the scenario. But his wife, his life partner, seem like deja vu, ain't it? Deja vu. His life partner posts him on social media reacting to him finding out that she has an OnlyFans. That she's showing her body to him, to the world, without him knowing it. So she puts him on social media with his ashy ass ankles, and she sits there and degrades this man and says, look, he's mad, and trying to minimalize and sign language her way into saying, oh, he's mad about this. Well, guess what? He had a right to be mad. You're his wife. That's what we mean when we say modern women. Traditional women, you don't have to explain this type of stuff to. Let's just be real. But like, so she has the nerve to get on there and say, it's my body, my choice. My body, my choice. I'm not doing it with anybody. I asked you to do some things, make some things happen, and you didn't do it, so I had to make some things happen. Now, this is where people are going to get mad at me. Mainly the dudes. Because guess what? Anybody that really follows red pill content, anybody that really follows male-oriented content, self-improvement, you know that one of your goals needs to be financially able to take care of all this stuff. So you have to be able to step into that place. So guess what? Obviously, she's not respecting you, bro. She don't respect you. And I've been trying to get away from talking about this stuff because you never know where you'll end up. But guess what? It's just, we have to call a spade a spade. If not, why else am I doing this? Marriage is scary. She got on there and exposed this man, degraded this man. Now everybody knows it. Everybody knows that it ain't nothing you can do about it. And then she's so cold, she had the nerve to hit him with, well, you know now. Got on the interview later talking about how he left the house. So much going on in their marriage. It's so much stuff. That's why you can't talk about people. I'm not taking nobody's side. I'm saying that this kind of shit is egregious. Nobody respects the sacrifices of marriage. Nobody respects the conviction. Nobody respects just the vows, the duty. That doesn't value. People nowadays don't value that. So why would men want to get married? Why would you want to risk everything knowing that there's a chance that you could lose everything and not get anything in return? One day, the person that you doing everything for could just wake up and just say, you know what, it's not enough. And she can leave. And if you wasn't smart enough to have a prenup, then you're going to lose half of everything you worked for. That you worked for. Then y'all had kids, you still going to have to pay child support. What are we looking at here, man? That's what I want to pose this question. What is because I'm full disclosure, I'm absolutely pro-marriage. I'm pro-marriage because I feel like, specifically in the black community, we need stronger families. That is where our dysfunction comes from. You want to talk about why the black culture is trash? The family structure is trash, number one. So guess what? We need people to get married. But how do you convince, and how in good faith do you promote marriage when you know that this is what could await you? But we just supposed to just suck it up and deal with it? I don't know. Let me know. Let me know. Am I tripping? Am I tripping? But the way I see it is that people nowadays, they lack a sense of duty, and it just doesn't matter. Maybe he would have been okay with her doing OnlyFans. I wouldn't. But in that scenario, it's the dude's job to figure it out however he can. You figure it out so she ain't in a position not to. So you figure it out so that she's not in the position to. She got up there and said that she felt like he wasn't taking the lead and being a man. So she had to. And that's what happens. That's why the red pill space is important. That's why male content creators are important. Whether you agree with everything that they say, whether you agree with their approach on everything, they're important and necessary. Because men have to get better. We have to get better. We don't have a choice anymore. And the reason why I say that is because if you don't, you'll get left behind. Aren't you tired of being miserable? Aren't you tired of crying? Aren't you tired of sitting there wondering why you ain't good enough? No, be good enough. Get better. Be better. Improve. Don't settle for mediocrity. If that's your state now, keep working, keep hustling. Do what you got to do. Because I'm telling you, when you're dealing, unless you want to sit up and wait for that 1%, that 1%, that all the 80% of dudes that don't really benefit from dating, guess what? That 1%, you really want to bank it on that? Or do you want to just rise to the occasion and try to find common ground with somebody? I'm just asking. One of the biggest problems I have with with certain women is that they live in a fantasy and they'll be alone forever. They'll be alone forever because at the end of the day, they're looking for some fairy tale that's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. And maybe there are dudes like that too. But I'm telling you that you need to become better. If nobody else is going to tell you that, I'm going to tell you that. You need to become better because guess what? It sucks. Not being good enough sucks. Losing good women because you're not good enough sucks. It sucks. The competition is rising. People are getting better. People are getting higher. Black culture, are you going to continue to be at the bottom? Are you going to continue to be at the bottom? Are you going to stay trash? Let me know. I'm JayyRedd Unfiltered. I'm sorry now.